She is the most insecure person I have seen in the public eye in a long time. That is why everything had to be perfectly curated. It was like, that's the biggest absurdity.
Meghan's worst fear just exploded online, and the world is laughing. Not at a joke, not by accident, at her. A viral video has dropped like a bomb and it's tearing through the internet at full speed. The source? Conservative firebrand Megyn Kelly, not the Duchess, the commentator. And she didn't hold back. In a brutal parody, Kelly mocks every move, every word, every headline the Duchess of Sussex has ever made. She's not alone. Maureen Callahan stands right beside her, fueling the flames. The clip is everywhere. Shares are skyrocketing, memes are multiplying, and behind palace walls, chaos. Reports say Meghan is furious, silent, but seething. This isn't just criticism, it's war, and it just went viral.
The morning watching that fucking Meghan Markle special, and it sobered me right up.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
something
Maureen.
killed your vibe.
Did you watch all episodes of this?
No. I will go hard in the paint.
Now Meghan's team is scrambling, threatening lawsuits, cease and desist letters, the whole legal arsenal. But here's the twist. They can't sue the truth. Kelly's video didn't invent anything. No rumors, no lies, just clips, quotes, moments Meghan actually said. Put side by side, they tell a story the palace never wanted seen. Satire? Sure. But also surgery, cutting deep with nothing but her own words. The backlash isn't slowing down, it's mutating. What started as a joke is now a full-blown crisis. And the worst part for Meghan? The public isn't on her side. They're watching, comparing, questioning. The mirror's up. And the reflection? Brutal. The lawsuit threat? Looks less like justice and more like panic.
Reminds me of your wedding cake. And he's like, I tasted your wedding cake. And I was like, that's a weird thing to say. Who says that? And the reason he said that, it soon became clear, was because he went to the tasting with her.
Here's the gut punch. The parody didn't make anything up. It just turned up the volume. The tone-deaf comments? Real. The narcissistic rants? All hers. The fame obsession? Plain to see. Kelly and Callahan didn't invent a character. They just mirrored the clips, cranked the absurdity to 11, and let the audience connect the dots. And the internet? It didn't defend Meghan. It celebrated the roast. Laughter exploded. Shares went nuclear. People weren't just watching. They were reliving every royal exit interview, every I'm suffering in silence claim, now reframed as comedy gold. The video was short, less than 5 minutes, but it hit like a lifetime of backlash in a single blast. Meghan wanted to escape the royal brand, but the joke's on her. She's still trading on it, just not the way she planned.
Like, I just threw this on. I don't know how I got to be wearing this entirely cashmere white outfit. Yeah.
In the kitchen.
There was a juxtaposition there, you're right.
And then Mindy says to Meghan, she starts asking her to break down.
Yoga poses, overpriced jam, a $300 candle for mindfulness. All sold by someone claiming to be healing the world while ignoring the mountain of privilege propping her up. The parody didn't miss a beat. It zoomed in on the hypocrisy like a sniper. Victim one day, luxury brand partner the next, and the internet felt it. This wasn't just comedy, it was correction, the kind people have wanted to say for years. Then Meghan's team hits back, legal threats flying from Montecito, defamation claims, emotional damage. But here's the hard stop. Satire is protected. You can't sue someone for laughing at your contradictions. In fact, trying to? That just proves the joke landed. Hard. The more they panic, the clearer it gets. This isn't about dignity, it's about control, and they're losing it.
Mint and then cut our flowers that are edible. But don't worry, she's a woman of the people. You can grow those just on your windowsill at home in New York, your edible flowers.
And don't forget your local beekeeper.
Yeah.
Your local beekeeper.
Oh, yeah, because she has a bee hive, which she goes to. That's how they open the whole series with her bees. And like, don't worry, if you don't have this, just go to your local bee.
Meghan knows the law's not on her side. This isn't about truth, it's about power. Who gets to tell her story? Who gets to laugh? Who gets to question? Her legal threat isn't strategy, it's a panic button. In Hollywood, where image is everything, this move screams one thing. She's losing control. And the internet saw it, smelled it, pounced. Social media exploded. Memes flooded in. Clips of her past interviews played on loop. now with subtitles like, "I just want peace" over shots of her launching a skincare line. The backlash isn't slowing, it's evolving. Every attempt to shut it down just fuels it more. She wanted silence. She got a spotlight, bigger than before, hotter, harder to escape.
Just for kicks. I'm like, what? Local beekeeper. And everything that came up was the people who will kill bees in my
Oh my God.
Like, if you have a beehive and you want to get rid of it, here are like the 20 people who will kill it.
There you go. Absolutely.
Clearly we're living in different worlds.
Do you have a chicken coop?
No chickens. No, just the dead ones in the freezer.
When even your allies go quiet, you've lost control. Megyn Kelly and Morgan Callahan didn't back down. In fact, they doubled down. And Meghan's usual defenders? Silent. Some even laughed when she threatened to sue. One media analyst nailed it. "You know you've struck a nerve when the Duchess calls her lawyers." Classic Streisand effect. She tried to kill the story and made it explode instead. Let's not forget.
Your chickens. Did you catch that?
Did not catch that.
She literally, Megyn, she has a chicken coop and she talks. So she brings out, I don't mean to get off Mindy, but she brings out to feed them a thick disc of ice. And inside,
the chickens?
Oh, yeah. And inside that disc are frozen organic vegetables, which she then puts down.
5 years pushing free speech. Now she's suing over a joke. Meghan Markle built her brand on media freedom, feminism, and open dialogue. But the moment the joke hits too close, she calls her lawyers. Where was that energy when South Park dragged her and Harry as fame chasers? Or when British tabloids went for the throat? Nowhere. Because Meghan's support for free speech only applies when she's the one talking.
That much more golden.
Oh my gosh.
And nutritious. And then the camera pans to a miniature picnic table. It looks like something that would go in a child's dollhouse on the ground. And she says, "Don't laugh at me. That is my chicknick table where I put food for the chickens." Okay, in this economy.
Right. Well, same thing with her dog.
It wasn't her image that cracked, it was her ego. The parody didn't destroy Meghan's reputation, it bruised something bigger, her pride. For someone who packages herself as vulnerable yet flawless, getting mocked in public cuts deep. And instead of taking a step back, she snaps. This is the same woman who once cried to Oprah about being misunderstood. But now, she's not looking for understanding, she's demanding control.
Who's Harry's friend's wife from Polo.
Oh, this
Again,
one.
So relatable. So some woman from Argentina who's married to Harry's polo player friend shows up. Again, not really a Meghan Markle friend. And for her dog, Meghan makes some sort of biscuits, which of course have only the organic material.
She's not leading, she's controlling. Now Meghan's trying to shape public opinion with lawsuits. That's not strength, that's spin. But here's the real red flag. Hollywood didn't back her. No big stars, no brand support, just silence. Publicists are murmuring what everyone's been thinking. She's becoming a risk.
She's making the bacon because, the dog's just going to love it if it has a little bacon in it. And, she eats bacon all the time, she wants you to know, in her house.
Of course she does. Sure. She looks like it.
Right?
Yeah.
With her size like 00. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But here was the other thing. When you talk about the chicknick, I wrote this down just from the episodes I watched. She's got this little...
Meghan isn't just losing control. She's becoming the problem. The harder she pushes her version of the story, the faster it falls apart. People aren't buying the script anymore. Spotify's out. Netflix is backing off. Her brand? Fading. Fast. That parody didn't break her. It just exposed the cracks already spreading. And now she's reaching for lawsuits like lifeboats. But the ship's already sinking.
Like rhyming or making these weird little plays on words that I think she thinks are very clever. Like the first episode, they're putting peas in a little pod, she and her makeup artist, and they're like, they look like little green pearls. Green pearls, green pearls, green pearls, girls.
This isn't power, it's panic. Instead of brushing it off with confidence, Meghan fired back with threats. And in doing so, proved the parody hit the mark. Megyn Kelly? She didn't flinch. She stood her ground, called it satire, and dared Meghan to make it a legal fight. Experts agree, if Meghan sues, she won't just lose the case. She'll drown in bad press.
Honey, honey. Oh. Honey, honey. Then they were cheersing their champagne with her little marmalade edition. Cheers, dear. Cheers, dear. Then there was, it's darling and delicious. darling and delicious. Then there was the tea following the champagne.
The whispers became a war cry, and Kelly owned it. Megyn Kelly's audience keeps growing, and here's why. They see her as the one saying what everyone else is too afraid to admit. The With Love, Megyn parody didn't sting because it was wild. It hit because it was true. Critics have said it for years. Megyn plays the victim while throwing punches, demands empathy but gives none back, and hides self-obsession behind hashtags and causes. Her furious reaction? Just more proof. This might be a bump in Megyn's public road, but it's exposed something ugly. The woman who once claimed to fight for the voiceless is now trying to silence anyone who doesn't praise her. In the eyes of the public, that's not just hypocrisy, it's betrayal. She wanted to be iconic. Now? A royal dropout with a lawsuit tantrum known for collapsing under satire. The biggest twist? The parody destroyed not her image, but the illusion behind it. Megyn spent years selling empowerment, bravery, truth-telling, and now two bold women cracked it open with a joke. This isn't resilience, it's revenge. Megyn's response isn't empowering, it's suppressing. Instead of taking the high road, she's firing legal threats, and it's backfiring. The woman who once begged the world to see her as a trailblazer now looks like someone who can't take a joke or handle disagreement. But here's the real twist. The parody wasn't the problem. Her reaction was. Going after Kelly with lawsuits exposed her biggest fear, losing control of the image she's built. This isn't about slander, it's about power. Her entire PR machine runs on one script. The misunderstood Duchess who gave up everything for freedom. But Megyn Kelly and Megyn Callahan broke that story wide open. They didn't attack her personally. They mocked the tone, the buzzwords, the overly... The whispers became a war cry, and Kelly owned it. Megyn Kelly's audience keeps growing, and here's why. They see her as the one saying what everyone else is too afraid to admit. The With Love, Megyn parody didn't sting because it was wild. It hit because it was true. Critics have said it for years. Megyn plays the victim while throwing punches, demands empathy but gives none back, and hides self-obsession behind hashtags and causes. Her furious reaction? Just more proof. This might be a bump in Megyn's public road, but it's exposed something ugly. The woman who once claimed to fight for the voiceless is now trying to silence anyone who doesn't praise her. In the eyes of the public, that's not just hypocrisy, it's betrayal. She wanted to be iconic. Now? A royal dropout with a lawsuit tantrum known for collapsing under satire. The biggest twist? The parody destroyed not her image, but the illusion behind it. Megyn spent years selling empowerment, bravery, truth-telling, and now two bold women cracked it open with a joke. This isn't resilience, it's revenge. Megyn's response isn't empowering, it's suppressing. Instead of taking the high road, she's firing legal threats, and it's backfiring. The woman who once begged the world to see her as a trailblazer now looks like someone who can't take a joke or handle disagreement. But here's the real twist. The parody wasn't the problem. Her reaction was. Going after Kelly with lawsuits exposed her biggest fear, losing control of the image she's built. This isn't about slander, it's about power. Her entire PR machine runs on one script. The misunderstood Duchess who gave up everything for freedom. But Megyn Kelly and Megyn Callahan broke that story wide open. They didn't attack her personally. They mocked the tone, the buzzwords, the overly polished vulnerability, the brand. And by doing that, they revealed what many suspected. Megyn's not being real. She's performing. And when that performance gets challenged, she doesn't speak. She sues. And now, the more she lashes out, the more people start to believe Kelly and Callahan weren't just close to the truth. They nailed it. If she takes this to court, it'll blow up in her face. Top First Amendment lawyers say Megyn's team wouldn't stand a chance. U.S. law protects parody, especially when aimed at public figures. This case would die on day one expert told the Daily Mail. So what's the point of her threats? Not justice, intimidation. And that's the real damage. Megyn, once the face of freedom and fairness, is now using fear to silence critics. Her outrage over With Love, Megyn isn't about dignity, it's about control. And that control is crumbling. She's become the very thing she claimed to leave behind. A stage-managed persona. Lawyers on speed dial. PR handlers at every turn. No growth, no reflection, just more walls. The parody didn't just mock her, it exposed her refusal to evolve. No humor, No humility, just another diva meltdown. What started as a joke is now a mirror, one Megyn can't stand to look at. She wanted to be an icon. Now she's a warning. A reminder of what happens when fame turns into a fortress and criticism becomes a threat. The image is cracked, the story's stale, and every legal tantrum just pushes her further from the role she once claimed. The voice of the voiceless. Still watching? You're one of the real MVP. Smash that like button. Please subscribe so you never miss the next deep dive, and drop your thoughts in the comments, because this fire's not going out anytime soon.